now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
Another cold night ahead, then a big warm-up just in time for the Easter weekend.
A MoDOT worker and her unborn baby killed while on the job. Tonight, their families fight at the Missouri Supreme Court. Our top story, a new plan to fight crime on a regional level leads to a contentious battle between leaders.
You cannot mandate that we hire.
We're not mandating. We're just saying.
You are. Must. Must is a mandate.
Tempers flared at today's meeting of the East-West Gateway Council. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. Despite some back and forth, area leaders are joining forces to try and curb crime. 5 on Your Side's Brent Solomon is live downtown with a look at the plan and what prompted the tension. Brent.
Well, Mike, I tell you what, that council has a goal to cut down murders all across the St. Louis metro by 20% within the next 3 years. How to achieve that goal is what led to the clash you're about to see right now.
I've sat here and I've listened to all of your amendments, but this one, I'm drawing the line.
St. Louis Mayor Tashara Jones in a tense exchange with St. Charles County Executive Steve Eldman.
You can no more mandate what we do in the city of St. Louis's police department, no more than I can mandate what you do in St. Charles.
This mandates a group on
No.
The council is creating a new advisory board, which will be made up of a diverse group of people, including social workers.
Social workers are the key. If police answer a call and he ascertain what's going on, he can immediately call the social worker to come in, talk to the family, and see what kind of services that they will be needing. So that will free that police officer up to go do another call.
Eldman suggested St. Louis hires 10 more police officers first.
So are you going to mandate that Clayton hires 10 more officers?
We're not.
But you're not going to mandate that St. Louis City does either.
We caught up with Eldman after the meeting.
I think that probably having a good police force is more important, but I'm willing to try the other stuff. But are we really in a position here where we want to do experiments?
He says crime is holding the region back.
When they see St. Louis and they see we're like number 3 crime city, first thing they ask us is, well, where's a safe place to, where's a safe place to stay?
Eldman says one problem is St. Louis is paying police officers lower than other municipalities, including his own.
Some people might say, where do we get the money?
Well, I could give you 3 words, but I don't even need to say 3 words. I'll say 3 letters, NFL.
He's seemingly referring to St. Louis, soon having to decide how to spend Ram settlement money. In the end, the council ultimately shot down many of Eldman's ideas, which included making sure there were as many police officers and prosecutors on that new board as there are social workers. The council decided that of the nearly 6 dozen seats, police will make up some 18. Elected leaders will make up 18. Live in St. Louis tonight, Brent Solomon, 5 on Your Side.
Turning now to the weather first forecast, another chilly night across St. Louis, and it will be another cold morning.
But a big warm-up is on the way. Meteorologist Jim Castillo is in for Scott, and he says that warmer air will be here by tomorrow afternoon, Jim?
Yes, it will. Brent's scarf looked great, and you'll need it tonight and even tomorrow morning. So this high pressure came right from Canada. And then as it moved our way, it spins clockwise. We're on that colder side, where you get the northerly winds. And of course, that milder side is just about to move into the area. So a southwest wind for tomorrow. More on that coming up. But it's cold again tonight, 32 degrees. Some of us down in the upper 20s. We don't have any freeze warnings. We had a hard freeze in our western counties last night, and very dry air is in play here, so we don't have a lot of frost to talk about, but there might be some patchy areas. But 44 right now, and that humidity is going up just a little bit. So here are the headlines. Cold tonight, sunny, warmer tomorrow. We'll be in the 60s, but those 70s head our way starting Friday. More on that and storm chances coming up.
Tonight, it's still a slow go on Interstate 44 near Sullivan. Crews are still working to clean up the wreckage from a deadly, fiery crash that happened more than 16 hours ago. Here's video from around 6:30 this morning showing the fire. The Missouri State Highway Patrol says a semi going westbound crossed through the cable barriers and hit a car head-on in the eastbound lanes. The driver of that car, 59-year-old Edith McKee of Sullivan, died. The truck driver suffered minor injuries.
A car crash that killed 2 MoDOT workers on the job nearly 3 years ago in South St. Louis County is now before the Missouri Supreme Court. New tonight, 5 on your side's Robert Townsend explains the legal battle the family is now fighting.
Kelly Caitlin Anderson was pregnant when she was killed. Now her family is still fighting for compensation, but MoDOT says this case is not that simple.
She was just an amazing girl. She loved life, she loved her country, and she loved her family.
On November 18th, 2021, 25-year-old Caitlin Anderson and 58-year-old James Brooks were working on Telegraph Road when a car drove through the traffic cones and hit them. Both MoDOT workers died at the scene. Caitlin was 6 months pregnant. Her unborn son, Jax, also died. Michael Brown, a third worker, was seriously injured.
I just couldn't wait to see her be a mom, and I couldn't wait to spoil him. If they would have protected that work zone as the policy states, Caitlin and Jax would be here.
This accident had a profound impact on the entire MoDOT community.
On Wednesday, the Missouri Supreme Court heard oral arguments from both sides. There are several key issues, including what amount of compensation should Anderson's family receive? What's more, MoDOT claims Anderson's unborn baby was their employee, and the case is a workers' comp issue.
I was shocked when they came up with that.
Our attorney said it best, that he is a unique individual, and under Missouri state statute, as a unique individual, he is entitled to every protection that any other human being on this planet is entitled.
In a statement, Andrew Munwiller, the family's attorney, said in part, the case is now in the Missouri Supreme Court's hands. We have hope that justice will be done.
I feel that the Supreme Court's made of parents and grandparents, and I think that they'll do the right thing.
A spokesperson says MoDOT does not comment on pending litigations. Tomorrow would have been Caitlin Anderson's 28th birthday. Her family will place a flower-covered cross at the crash site.
A push to keep Missourians safe from drivers fleeing police is one step closer to becoming state law. Today, the Missouri House passed Valentine's Law. It's named after St. Louis County Police Detective Antonio Valentine. He was killed in the line of duty in a head-on crash with a stolen car. The bill calls for stricter penalties for people who flee police. It now goes to the Senate.
New information tonight is shedding new light on the shocking fight between 2 Hazelwood East students that put 16-year-old Kaylee Gain in the hospital with a severe head injury. Teachers and school leaders are now facing a flood of violent threats. An attorney for the district says those threats started pouring in after Attorney General Andrew Bailey launched an investigation suggesting that the school's DEI policies contributed to the violence. The district calls many of his claims egregious.
We're looking into whether or not, there's any sort of legal action we can take to stop him from being such a bully and using his office just for political purposes.
A Hazelwood district spokesperson confirms at least one student was suspended for a fight at the school. That happened the day before the violent attack.
After nearly 6 months, baseball is back. 15 hours from now, the Cardinals will take the field in Los Angeles to play the Dodgers.
And 1 week from tomorrow, the Redbirds will fly back to Busch Stadium for their home opener. 5 on your side's Laura Barczewski is live tonight with some of the big changes at the ballpark this season. Laura?
Lots of exciting things coming up, Mike and Kelly. This will be the 19th opening day here at Clark and 8th Street at Busch Stadium. They opened the doors here in 2006, and of course a lot of things have changed, but the passion on and off the field is still the same.
Cardinals baseball is almost here.
We are so excited, we can't wait.
You can almost smell the freshly cut grass, hear the fans buzzing as they cheer on their favorite players, and even taste the hot dogs and nachos.
We can never make a hot dog at home like they taste at a ballpark.
Every year, the St. Louis Cardinals bring something new to the stadium for fans. This year, they'll of course have new things on the menu like nacho fries and a waffle nacho sundae, new gear in the store, and roughly 60 different theme nights.
Maybe you might not come down on a Tuesday night in July. But hey, you are a huge fan of Christmas and it's Christmas in July. You have to take home this ugly sweater. So it's really fun to sort of pair something else that folks love with Cardinals baseball, which we know that everybody in St. Louis is a fan of.
But it's not always just about the game, the players, or even material things. It's about the community, which pours their love into the team, and they plan to pour it right back out through Cardinals Cares.
We have our own youth baseball softball program. We give grants to other nonprofits that support kids, and we also have ball fields that we've built.
The team's foundation supports those efforts through donations like the 50-50 raffle and auctions, which fans will see around the park this season. This year, they're also working with the Komen Breast Cancer Foundation and other nonprofits.
We have a partnership with the American Red Cross, so being able to have our Cardinals blood drive and have more units of blood collected to be able to save lives is really important.
And how about the team? President Bill DeWitt III says they're ready.
Let's not repeat what happened last year, but let's use it as a catalyst for improving on this club and getting back to where we belong, which is division championships and deep October playoff runs.
Opening day festivities start next Thursday as early as 10 a.m. and we'll have all the details on KSDK.com where you can find a timeline of everything that's going to be happening next week. Mike and Kelly.
Thanks, Laura.
Sports director Frank Cusimano will have more on the Cardinals opening day roster. That's coming up later in sports. And for more on what's new at Busch this season and who will be in the Cardinals clubhouse, just text the word CARDS to 314-425-5355 and we'll send you a link.
A somber discovery tonight in the wreckage of the Baltimore Bridge collapse. The reason crews are stopping their search for other victims. More people living paycheck to paycheck, struggling to make ends meet.
They don't have any money left over after they just kind of pay the bills.
Tonight, 5 ways to stretch your dollar without giving up any of the extras.
A cold start tomorrow, then a big warm up just in time for Easter. Plus, I'm timing out any storm chances.